Let me tell you a story about a man. My man, Billy. And how he was lost for a while. Until beauty found him.
How are you doing?
We moved here for a better life. Billy brought me to Shetland, Britain's last outpost before the Arctic. He was born here, but felt he'd been away too long. It was in his blood. I asked him what that actually meant, and he said he didn't really know. We moved to an old house by the sea and started fixing it up. But before we knew it, routine, life, caught up with us again.
Cleric Thistle, no. Nest United, no. West Side Rebels, no.
Sometimes, when you get everything you want, you convince yourself that it's everything you need. You convince yourself you're happy. And I think we were both guilty of that. But then, who isn't? Billy had a wee hole in his heart. Perhaps it's the hole a man has when he doesn't get to be a father. He'd never let you see it. In fact, he'd convince you of the opposite. Like he'd convinced himself. I could never have imagined that a wee creature washing up at his feet would change everything.
Hello there.
It was March. It was the 3rd of March actually when I was lucky enough to first meet her. She was just a bag of bones.
What are you doing here?
She was eating a crab. And apparently when otters eat crabs, it takes more energy to get into them than they get from them. So it wasn't a good sign. Otters are normally so shy here. For her to be so relaxed around me meant she must have been desperate.
Hello.
I don't know where she came from, but I heard that a mother otter had been killed on the road near the house. So I just assumed it was her mum, and she was just too young to be fending for herself. Maybe I was her last resort. She was vulnerable and she was alone. And it took me back to a moment in my own life, in my childhood, where I was in a situation that felt like I was alone. It was a horrible feeling. It was an exposed feeling. And I immediately transferred that feeling onto her.
Good morning, girl. How are you? Are you hungry? Come on in. Come on. Watch the fingers.
As she got stronger, we started spending more time together. Until eventually, what started out as a chance encounter turned to trust.
Leave the engine alone, Otter. Yes, that's the petrol can.
I named her Molly. I don't really know why. It just kind of popped into my head. She brought a wee smile to my face and it just stayed with me.
I'm not sure Billy knew what Molly needed back then. She didn't need a friend. She needed a mother.
What are you planting?
Your favourite.
Well, Livingston daisies. Sounds lovely. Until Molly comes and digs them up.
I'll tell you, if that otter digs them up, I am going to hold you responsible. You don't see Jade do that.
Perhaps because Molly had lost her own family, she quickly became part of ours. It was like she was lonely. and wanted some company. Billy bought a book on otters to find out what she needed, but it didn't have the answers. So he just decided to try and find out himself.
In you come. Just call your bath up for you.
She's not a sea otter, even though she lives in the sea. She's a river otter, and her fur apparently needs fresh water to wash the salt out of it. She has no body fat. Her fur's all she's got to keep her warm, so if it loses condition, she'll die very quickly here.
You having a good rub? Well, just you rub and dry yourself off. I'll get washed sometime.
Maybe that's why she spends so much time rubbing in my jacket after her bath. She seems to sleep a lot, so I reckon she needs a nice bed. One of the things about getting to know Molly has been getting to know the different moods she's in. Sometimes she turns up and just wants to hang out. Sometimes she rocks up and she's angry, like she's in a bad mood. And sometimes she just wants to dig up Susan's flowers. And she's fussy, sometimes really fussy. Her favourite food seems to be salmon, but I can't afford that too often. So she tends to get haddock or mackerel.
Getting Molly back to health took over our lives that spring. Until, eventually, everything just seemed to revolve around fish.
That one? A bite? Nothing. Don't think I don't know why we're out here.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
I'm out here to catch some fish for our tea.
We're out to catch fish for Molly.
You wanted haddock though.
I'd like some haddock, but I don't see a lot of the haddock that comes in.
Well, she's had the odd small haddock.
She gets all the haddock.
Oh!
Oh, a cod.
Just set the box down. I'll aim for it. 2 moving targets is too many. Oh, that's good. We know they're down there. Could you hold this and I'll release him? Molly will enjoy that.
If we weren't out fishing, Billy was on the phone, calling whoever he could to get more fish. It was costing us a fortune. But it was clear Molly was getting stronger by the day. Billy decided we needed a new freezer. Because he'd filled the other one with fish for Molly.
Okay, so if you could just steady it, I'll lift it and slip it onto the ground.
You're going to give it a clean before you put it inside?
Yeah, we can do, but it's clean on the inside.
It's filthy on the
Yeah,
outside.
okay, but... Yeah, we can get it clean.
Is that bird poop?
No. You ready?
Yeah.
No rush. Watch your back. Right, next pretty bit. Okay, perfect.
Get your kicks on the B9076. You thought Makoto was nice? Why not try North Maven?
It was impossible to get cross with Billy. Because he adored Molly.
I think if I'm honest in myself, I don't really have a clue what I'm doing. I can do the obvious stuff. Make sure she's eating well. Run the odd bath. But beyond that, I'm a bit out of my depth. I don't know how old she was when we first met. She can't have been much more than 6 months. She certainly wasn't old enough to survive the winter. So she must still have a lot of life skills to learn. And she's not going to learn them from me just throwing fish at her. I have noticed the otters around here seem to feed on small fish they find in the seaweed.
Molly! Molly! Here! Here!
So if I can maybe teach her how to catch them, that would be a start.
Molly! Molly, come on. Molly girl. Look. Look here. Not there. Look what I'm showing you. Come on, you're the otter. You're supposed to be good at this. Molly, come on. Molly girl. Molly. You're not really getting the hang of this, are you? Is that good? Are you enjoying your supper? Enjoying your supper? I'm glad I can help you. Where are you going now? Where are you going?
She seems to have this little switch in her head. When it flicks, she's off.
They weren't so dissimilar, Billy and Molly. They both seemed to have an extraordinary ability to concentrate on one thing for about 15 minutes. Which, when you're building an extension on your house and you're a year over schedule, can sometimes be quite hard to live with.
Sometimes I know you. But you know it's true. That I adore you.
I went into the shed one day and an Amazon parcel had arrived. Now normally I'm the shopper, but it didn't have my name on it, it had Billy's name on it. And I opened it and it was a bag of coloured balls. And my first thought was, surely to goodness he has not bought these for Molly.
No, no. Will you be there too? Yeah. I know that I will. When you go away, gotta go.
I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I feel a bit daft sometimes. But then I see how happy she is when she's playing. If she had a family, they'd be rough and tumbling. But I'm all she's got. And I have bills to pay.
Billy's job at the energy recovery plant often meant he'd be away from home on long shifts. So I'd have to step in.
Hello. Oh, hi. It's a strange one, this one. I'm not phoning about the dog. We have a wild otter that comes and visits us pretty much daily just now. And we've noticed that she's got quite a hurl in her chest and coughs a bit. And we're just wondering if she might need some help, medication help.
Crab sticks in the soup, and it's not the best.
Well, for those of us who've just joined us, we're talking Cullen skink.
I'm a fan of oxtail, but it seems they've gone out of fashion in the 2020s.
It's a dying soup.
Yeah, no, there's a bit of...
Hello, little one. This is going to make you feel better. You ready? Whoa. Good girl. Good girl.
Having Molly in his life gave Billy a sense of responsibility, which he thrived on. But part of being a parent is learning when that responsibility fills a need in your children and when it fills a need in you. Billy didn't seem to want to leave the confines of our garden with Molly. It was like he was trying to convince himself that she needed him more than she actually did, by pretending that she didn't have a life beyond the garden. But she did. As Jade and I discovered on our morning walks.
Hello. Hello. Hello, Molly.
She'd spend a lot of time fishing in the sea loch, quite a distance from the house. I'd see another side of her up there. She was more confident and independent. And being out and about, living like a wild otter, was probably really good for her health. And she had friends. Other otters who she'd play with. One of them was a male that came by the house occasionally. Billy called him Bozo. He was quite a bruiser. But to see Molly out with Bozo made me realise that although she was a huge part of Billy's life, he was just one part of hers. I wasn't sure how that would make him feel. So I just kept it mine and Molly's wee secret. I was glad she had another life beyond our life. Because, of course, if she hadn't, I probably wouldn't have seen my husband. But then, she made him happy. And he made me happy. And isn't that what love is? Letting someone be themselves because that person is everything you need.
Jade, do you want to go walkies? Come on, walkies. Jade, come. Jade, come. Come. Jade. Jade. Jade, in a hand. Come. Molly girl, are you coming too? Come on, let's go rootling. Come. Come. Molly girl. Come. Look at you, catching your own.
There was a point when Billy's relationship with Molly flipped. From him being there for her to her being there for him.
Well, you've totally got the hang of this. You're catching far more than I can find. Look at you. You're a pro.
Molly's awoken a little bit of me that had been lying dormant. It's like she's showing me how to be a kid again. That fascination, that joy that we somehow seem to allow ourselves to lose as we get older.
It's unusually warm in Shetland today, and that fine weather is expected to stay. Certainly over the next few days, as high pressure pushes up from Scotland and the rest of Northern Europe. Temperatures
As Molly began to need less time and care, Billy could finally get on with finishing our house. The delay was putting a huge pressure on us. I remember just being so pleased our lives were getting back on track. Until he came in one evening with a big smile on his face and explained that he'd finished the house and would I like to come and see it. And I nearly suggested he go and live in it.
We call these a button ben. Just a kitcheny living room and a bedroom. Like what our house used to be.
I got the Wi-Fi into Molly's house today.
You've got the Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi? Yeah.
So Molly has Wi-Fi in her house.
Well, she doesn't.
I don't have Wi-Fi in
Well, she doesn't realise she's got Wi-Fi. It's for a camera. but yeah, I suppose technically she's got Wi-Fi in all of her house. Yeah, okay. Well, darling, we can sort that out. I'll get you an extra thing.
But you've been saying that for such a long time.
I know, but...
And then I find that you've put Wi-Fi into Molly's house.
I know.
And as you say, she doesn't even know she has Wi-Fi.
I'll get you a new Wi-Fi router for your birthday.
Do not even think about it.
Christmas?
I've rigged her wee house with a camera. And a special app that tells me when she's home.
As fun as Molly's new house was, and as much as we loved watching her in it, I think it marked the point where Billy realised he may have gone too far. Billy always said that he needed to get Molly to a point where she could survive the winter without his help. And as the summer days gave way to the long nights of autumn, like it or not, he was forced to face that commitment. We started to see another otter coming by the house, usually at dusk. And then one evening, we realised who it was. It was Bozo. And he was looking for Molly.
I should be happy for her. But instead, I feel kind of protective. That's my wee girl. It's hard watching her go off with him. But there's nothing I can do about it. I guess all I can do is just let go a little. I'm going to stop feeding her. I don't want to, but I know I should.
I will never forget that morning. It was a moment so fragile. And I think Billy knew that. It was like he was banking memories of something he knew could never last. Molly visited a few more times over the next couple of weeks. And then she just stopped coming. Winter came quickly to Shetland that year, until, once again, life was ruled by the wind and the cold and the angry North Atlantic.
I found a dead otter on the beach this morning. I thought it was Molly, but when I got closer, I realised it was a wee cub. Maybe it got lost in a storm, separated from its mum perhaps. I was going to leave it for the gulls, but I couldn't. That was a little personality, a little life. Not just another animal. It was a being. Just like Molly. Just like me.
Billy regretted his decision to stop feeding Molly. He pretended he didn't, but I knew he did. He started leaving fish out for her again, hoping she'd come home. But they only fed the gulls. One month turned into 2. Without any sign of her. The only peace that Billy could find was outside, in the storm. took Billy to town at the end of January to watch the Uphelia procession. The townsfolk build a Viking galley, parade it around the town, and then burn it in the play park. A tradition? Or maybe just a distraction from the brutal Shetland winters? I hoped it would raise Billy's spirits a little, but his mind was elsewhere.
I never had kids. I don't think people who do have them realise that there's always a part of you that grieves the loss of something you've never had. You live with it, and you deal with it. But loss always runs a little deeper, perhaps. It always seemed crazy to me to spend so long building something beautiful, only to burn it to the ground.
Susan! Susan! Molly! Molly! Molly girl! Molly! Molly! Where on earth have you been, you little horror? You're home. You picked your night to come. You have no idea what you've put us through.
It was so nice to see him happy again. She was the sparkle in his eye. And you know what? Give me a man who loves and cares any day over one who doesn't notice.
Is that a teat?
I think it is. Wow. She's wriggling around. She can't get comfortable. Look at the size of that belly. She's definitely pregnant. There's no doubt about it. Look, she's making her bed. She doesn't have all your scatter cushions to worry about. Oh, look at her. To be honest, the way she's lying on her back, I would say she's no far away from having a baby. How do I feel about Molly being pregnant? When your children grow up, you prepare them, you nurture them, you help them in whatever way you can to get to adulthood and then live their life.
Molly, you're going to have babies. Are you going to have babies?
And in a strange kind of parallel way, I feel like I've done that with Molly. It's almost like if Molly comes back with her baby, I'll feel like I've done my job. I've arrived.
By May, Molly's visits became very regular, but we noticed a change in her behaviour. She seemed exhausted, and instead of wanting to hang out and fish around the pontoon, she just wanted to sleep. And she slept a lot. And then one day, when she paid us a visit, we found out why.
Oh, look. Oh, look at that.
Golly, Miss Molly.
Oh, how cute is that? Molly's a mum, Jade. I mean, that's really big. That must be 9 or 10 weeks old.
It's a bit narky. Oh! Shove over.
Put the teeth away, cub.
I'm trying to get some sleep.
I think it is. I'm tired, you. Get away. So she must be leaving the baby in there, going away fishing and then coming back, because that's it in there all on its own. It looks quite happy.
Soon, Molly's cub would be going everywhere with her. And that's when Billy would need to back right off. So it would keep its fear of humans. But he told me that there was one last thing that he had to do. To say goodbye. So I bought him a gift.
Right, strip. Your skin's all red.
Oh. I feel like you're forcing me into this.
I am.
Oh, really tight. Oh, there we go.
They're meant to be tight, aren't they?
I don't know. Right, help me get my arm into this sleeve.
Cool.
Oh, there we go. Sort it.
It was over a year ago that Molly washed up, right here on this jetty. And there's a whole part of her world that I've never seen or been any part of. She always comes into my world, but I've never taken the step into hers. But I know I should. I want to. To see it with her. she's a mum, it's like she's taking life more seriously. She's still got her sense of fun. That's not gone. And I guess some of that was rubbed off on me. And she's not hassling me for fish, or bothering me for some attention, or digging up Susan's flowers in the garden, or pooping in my boat, or chasing Jade from her ball. She's just her. Completely unattached from me. See the creature beyond the character. So graceful, absolutely in her element. Just perfect. And then that little switch in her head flicks, and she's off. And I'm left alone. Except I'm not, am I?
Tilting with each silent kick, shimmer and twisting so bright in fresh belt, heaving the cool at your neck. Turn water to wind as you swing through the sea. Surface, resurface again. When you plunge in tender as ever, light around you glimmers. Suddenly you're out of view, but not alone, 'cause I sit dry-throated on warm stone.
I'm cold, my wetsuit's digging into my neck. My mask's leaking and the salt water's stinging my eyes. And I need a wee, but I don't care. Because I'm lost to this. And that line that separates us from nature. Molly's world from mine. If If she showed me anything, it's that there is no line.
Return with the song of the skylark. In the cool of today, we all carry on. Stand with the legs of a heron. Let water pass over peat under the burn.
Molly came into our lives probably when we needed her most. And she changed us.
It's a good size.
She opened our eyes again.
Have a look.
Reminded us of who we were, not who we'd become.
I've lost them. Oh, there we are.
Beauty's a powerful thing when it catches you off guard. And Molly showed us that. And she knew nothing about it.
When I see you close or deep, like atmosphere on water, suddenly you are beyond, gone with a jolt, as I sit here holding by your hand. I'll sit here waiting by your home.
What will we have for dinner?
Haddock?
I am sick of haddock.
Well, we've got quite a lot to get through. We've got a whole freezer full.
Present. This is for you.